And are we live?
Yes, I think we are. Wait,
Are we?
it hasn't appeared. Oh, no, there we go.
There we go. Now we're live. All right. So welcome everybody. We're super excited about the Apple event, which is taking place in 1 hour. And of course, we wanted to be huge nerds together with you and theorize and do the whole hype thing one last time before we actually know what's going on. I'm joined by SaranByte, who you obviously know, and if you don't, head over to his channel. You should. And of
Thank
course,
you.
Alex, my streaming partner. And
Hello there.
welcome to everybody. We really want to chat with you as well. So it's going to be super informal, nothing streamlined. Just talk about the event. What are you expecting? What are you looking forward to? And that's kind of what I wanted to kick off with as well. Like, what are you guys looking forward to the most? I know a lot of people want different things. I have to say, for me, it's the iPad. We'll get to that later. But maybe Saran, tell me, what is your what is the one thing you really want to see?
I think it's got to be the iMac. The iMac redesign. It's something
Really?
we've always, like, every Apple fan has wanted this for years now. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to seeing that redesign and possibly the M1X chip. But yeah, the redesign is the big thing.
The iMac, Jesus, I hear a lot of channels saying that, but is it just us Apple nerds, or is the general public actually interested in the iMac?
To be honest, probably not, because I feel like we've shifted from desktops to laptops. Like, I feel like a lot of families nowadays, they just use laptops. But I guess in a work from home situation, there could be a demand for an iMac again. I don't know. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I still have one, like a 2015 one upstairs, and it's a beautiful design, great machine. But let's face it, right? It's usually you see them in the wild in fancy hotel receptions and offices. And it's like, and I don't know, people who always stay at home, I'd say the older sort of demographic will probably, that's probably a good machine for them.
Wait, are you just saying that the iMac is for old people?
I was trying to be polite about it, but yeah, my grandparents.
No, YouTubers. To be honest, YouTubers use it quite often. Like the iMac Pro was
yeah.
quite popular amongst
looks great.
YouTubers. So
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
know.
you've got a big office. Yeah, it's a nice machine.
Exactly. I used to love the iMac. I mean, the design is just amazing. But for me, maybe for you as well, we like to edit videos, and we all have the wide screens now, and so like the 27-inch, feels small. But we're getting a bigger one now, apparently. So
that's what she said.
But can you leave the ultra wide screen, Patrick? Like, are you just stuck with that forever now?
No, I don't think I can. So for me, it would always be like a second computer. But since I can't afford two computers, I will just stick with the no. Just kidding. But I think I will. What I would like to see if there's going to be like an Apple Mini, Mac Mini with an M1X. I don't know if that's going to be the case, but that would be a really interesting option for me. And of course, also a MacBook. Currently, I'm using a MacBook for everything, unless I'm using my iPad. But it's always in clamshell mode. It's always closed. It's basically just a desktop. So I'm waiting for that M1X chip to finally get rid of my 16-inch.
Same here. Yeah, I struggle to edit as it is. I feel like even the ultra wide monitor that I've got is quite small. But if I go any big, then I run out of kind of real estate in the office. But I still maintain, if you've got a big space and you've got like multiple desks and whatever, it's a great machine to have, right? Like MKBHD, right? You've got different stations, and you can have a couple of those around. But yeah. It looks awesome.
EOV LOL is asking us something here. He's saying only 720p. Yes, only 720p, because that's kind of a streaming limit, at least on StreamYard. So there's no 4K today, but hopefully the image will be good enough, since we're all very small in the on the screen.
We're hobos, yeah. I mean, when we can afford to pay the StreamYard Pro, we probably get 1080p.
No way. all that money is allocated to the new Apple products. We're gonna have to make do.
Yeah, I'm selling my Apple shares tomorrow so I can afford some products.
My voice is totally different.
Twice already I've seen that comment.
Really?
Saran's voice is a surprise to people.
He's a very calm Saran, yeah.
Yeah,
serene, serene Saran.
Serene. That's right.
So guys, okay, so it's the iMac for Saran. How about you, Alex? The same thing?
No, for me it's the iPad Pro. I've got this big old thing. I don't know, probably out of sight. This is my OG 2015 iPad. I mean, it's sitting here, and yeah, it's now, the battery lasts like 3 hours at most. The keyboard's still great, even though it's the original smart keyboard or whatever you call it.
How's it held up? How's the smart keyboard? I know the material. I hated the material. I still hate the material with the Magic
keyboard.
Keyboard.
I don't know if your camera will pick up, but the sides kind of all deteriorated.
Yeah,
Kind of
that's the issue. Yeah,
but the screen is still great. I don't think the screen moved on that much since this one, but yeah, the brightness isn't there anymore. And yeah, so iPad Pro for me is what I really look forward to. Not so much for the form factor, because I haven't needed to go to the iPad Pro before, but more for the power and the connectivity that it will come, right? Thunderbolt, USB 4 basically, isn't it? So I just think that will move the needle in mobility, not just for what I do in my day-to-day sort of YouTube stuff, but for my other kind of office type work. It'd be great just to be able to sit at a cafe and do my emails and not worry about battery life and things like that.
Yeah.
That sounds like a pre-COVID situation that I would like to go back to as well. Sitting in coffee shops, doing my work there. So you're going for the big boy again, Alex. It's not the 11-inch you're looking for.
I don't know, because having had this big one here, I don't really think I needed it. It was more of a vanity thing at the time. So I probably, if I can connect to bigger screens, then you have to ask yourself, why carry a massive 12.9?
Yeah, that's the thing for me. Like the 12.9 inches, it's just too heavy. And like, I remember a friend of mine had it back in school, and it was just gigantic. Like, I preferred the 11-inch size, like the portability you got. So
imagine taking a photo, right? It's like,
yeah.
There is one condition though. If the big one comes with mini LED, then no question.
That's kind of a given, isn't it? I mean, it's going to be better than the 11-inch.
But
all the rumors. Oh, Saran.
No, but like, I wanted to say, okay, if you're getting mini LED, but it comes with a price hike, so just say it's $100 more, would that still entice you, or would you go for? Because the LCD panels right now are like they're fine, in my opinion, anyways. So what would he do?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not interested in a
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. But that's true. But Alex, would you go for the 12.9-inch if it was higher price as well? Had a higher price.
It was a higher price, and he gave me mini LED. Yeah, because this device, I've had it for 6 years now. It's I don't plan to have another one every year, so I'd like to.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah.
I see here a comment by Mike, Team VRY. At 12.9 inches, I think a laptop would be a better choice in some cases.
I'm going to lean with Mike there, especially with this price hike rumor. If the iPad Pro is going into MacBook Air territory, I feel like you should just get the MacBook Air, because you get Mac OS, it's way more capable, and it's you get the keyboard, the trackpad included. It just seems like the better deal in my opinion, but I don't know.
Yeah, especially if you're like a real pro, right? I'm not a pro, right? I like the functionality there, but photographers and things like that they carry a lot of gear around. It's not going to be a good enough device, even though it will be extremely fast, and we'll hear some crazy numbers from Apple. It's not going to replace something like a MacBook Air or even a MacBook Pro. So yeah, I can see the case of going for the laptop in that scenario if you're a real pro. But for most people, I think there's
get the Air. I that's what I'm leaning, but especially refurbished, you can get an Air for $850. That's insane value. I just can't really justify paying that much for an iPad. To be honest,
I see that. I mean, for me, the iPad is always a secondary device. I wouldn't use it, at least not yet, because I've been talking about that in my videos, that I'm looking forward to the near future, where this thing might replace the whole lot. Basically, it's like the base computer, the iPad, that you can just hook it up to the Thunderbolt port if it's going to be there. Let's talk about that in a minute. But then hook it up to a screen, and basically it will do the same thing as my MacBook. That's what I'm really after, so that I don't need a MacBook anymore, but I have the versatility of this powerful device that is now also a Macbook, basically.
Yeah, and the Pro
I wouldn't,
right?
Pro apps.
Yeah,
exactly. Give us Mac OS on the iPad. That would be the dream. That would be amazing. I would instantly switch to the iPad. Like,
do we think that they ever do that though? That would be.
It would kill the MacBook. It would kill the entry level MacBooks, but I just wish we could have. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, I'd pay for that.
Yeah, so I think I'm the odd one out. I think the 11-inch doesn't appeal to me because I've had an iPad of that size before, and I kept grabbing my phone. I was using a big phone, and there was just, the difference was too small. With the 12.9-inch, I feel like I have this substantial machine that I'm using. So it's kind of, I don't know. I've always been drawn to the bigger one. But anyway,
let's see what the audience thinks.
Exactly?
What do the guys think?
What do you
here?
guys
What do
think?
you guys think? Yeah.
Let's see. Well, there was an interesting one here that I had up earlier, but I didn't want to jump to. There's an order of events here: iPad Pro, AirTags, podcast, interesting, and iMacs in that order.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've been having this kind of joke that nobody really cares about the AirTags, but for you, they're number 2. AJ, you can't say anything, but maybe you can type it for us. What is it about these AirTags that attracts you so mudon't
That's crazy. I've had a few comments in my video as well.
Honestly, the hype is building. Like, there are people actually excited for. I don't understand why. Like, I just don't have any excitement for them. But yeah, there are a few people.
Crazy.
I'm just really curious about what they're going to do that the Tile doesn't do currently.
Yeah.
It'll
make a different noise.
I
don't know.
It would just be like more precise, I guess. The location would be, tracking would be more precise, and obviously we'll work with other accessories. I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out in an hour.
Apple Guru Girl is saying, ooh, Thunderbolt port. And that's kind of my big thing as well. I mean, the mini LED is nice. Like you guys said, the current screen is just fine. It will be nice to have a better screen, but I don't really, that's not that interesting to me. But a Thunderbolt port will be. I mean, it opens up so many opportunities and, different use cases. So what do you guys think about the Thunderbolt, and what is it that you think it might do that it doesn't do now, except, hooking up to screens better?
Well, obviously, I'm hoping that that works hand in hand with pro apps, like Final Cut, for example, like transferring things with SSDs. That could be much easier with a Thunderbolt port. So I'm hoping to see that. Yeah.
And did you guys think about the processor? Because I know it's likely to be the A14X, right, or whatever, A15 they might call it. I don't know. But in terms of the architecture of the processor, do you guys think it will be similar to the M1?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah. It just like, it makes sense if they're releasing. Hopefully they release pro apps with iPad OS 15, and obviously with the power of M1 and possibly more RAM. It just it will work hand in hand with the software. So yeah,
and it's integrated, right? So the heat kind of goes. That's the main issue with most architectures now, is the data transfer between modules. And if you get everything in one chip, which is what M1 does, the heat goes away, the battery life extends. That's another thing, right? Apple always said, 10 hours battery life for the iPad is kind of the standard. Do you think we will see that being advertised as a kind of some crazy numbers now if they go for that new chip?
To be honest, I think the reason MacBooks have, like, the M1 MacBooks have such great battery life is because the batteries are physically larger. They're much larger. It's just that back then Intel would just ruin your battery life. It would last like 3 hours, but now M1 is so efficient, and coupled with the big battery, the battery life is insane. So yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know if you can see these comments around.
Okay, see you peeps. There you go. See you peeps.
That was easy enough.
That's just okay. I like that one.
Okay, so what else do we have here? Somebody's interested in Xcode as well.
Yeah.
You see that's AJ again. I could see Xcode being showcased at WWDC on the new iPad Pro. I have really high hopes for June, and that's why I kept saying maybe we're not going to see the iPad 12.9-inch just yet, because maybe it needs to be shipped with iOS 15. Now I'm not so sure anymore. I was never sure, obviously.
We'll find out soon enough. Anyway.
It's only going to be like 45 minutes now.
Yeah, exactly.
But I do think that we're going to see some really good big changes in iOS 15 this time, because there's so many new options. The magic keyboard, we haven't talked about that at all. We've seen these dummies, and the 12.9-inch didn't have the smart connectors there. which is a bummer for some people because it won't be backwards compatible with the current keyboard. But it could mean a different way of connecting. And my hopes were that it would somehow connect to the Thunderbolt port and then maybe have one or two of its own, which would be very, very interesting.
Yeah.
But what are we hoping to see in this magic keyboard?
I think for me, the biggest request is better materials. I want an aluminum, a magic keyboard. I think that would be absolutely amazing, and a function row, maybe a larger trackpad, basically something like a MacBook. like just take a MacBook and make that into a magic keyboard. Really,
not a bad shout. Yeah, and I saw the compartment for the pen as well. That looks quite smart if they bring.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's true. It seems small, but it's the one thing I never know what to do with. I need to get some kind of a case or something because it always gets knocked off when you stick it in.
What are your thoughts on what are your thoughts on the glossy? Well, we're going back. Apparently, we're going back to a glossy finish with Apple Pencil 3 because I absolutely hate that. I'm not happy about that. I don't know why they're doing that.
Yeah,
like, it just makes no sense.
I've never met anyone who likes
apparently
glossy
there are a few people that like the glossy finish. I don't know how, I don't know why, but they somehow prefer it.
It's not great. I actually bought some rubberized cover to go with on that original pen.
Yeah,
it doesn't feel nice when you're holding it.
Mm-hmm.
But they made a massive deal, right? That it was matte finish for the last one.
It makes sense for a pencil too, because it gives you extra grip. Like, I don't understand why they're going back. It makes no sense to me.
Maybe they're not.
Yeah, hopefully that. Yeah, hopefully the rumors are wrong.
Yeah. So here,
yeah, go on.
Yeah, no, you go ahead.
No, I saw something that caught my eye here on. I think it was AJRT. I just need a fast charging MagSafe. Yes, amen to that. But who knows what we'll see today?
Yeah.
So 15 watts, isn't it, or something? It's just
yeah. It's painfully slow. For a $35 accessory. Oh, no.
Yeah, that's a gimmick. Over here. I'm super interested in this comment here by Anand. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. He's saying, really, do we really need 5G on an iPad? Personally, I'm not interested in it at all. I mean, I currently have a cellular iPad. I barely ever use it. Currently, of course, nobody's actually using it. But even if things are normal, I use it from time to time. But I really don't need it to be that fast when I'm out, in a coffee shop or whatever. You guys looking forward to 5G, or is it like meh?
If anything, I'm worried about the price hike because we saw that with the iPhones. So I feel, and especially with that rumor yesterday about price hikes, like that could play into. They could be, that could be it. So I don't know.
You said that in your latest video, right? It's 5G.
Yeah,
I think it depends, right? If you live in kind of center of New York or London or somewhere like that, fair enough. I mean, where I live here in the UK, or most of the UK, it's quite, it's going to be some time before we can actually experience real 5G, and it's just pointless. Really.
You can see that I picked another comment there. Not to put you on the spot or anything, Saran. It's not.
I don't know. I just get really worked up when I make my videos.
Yeah, I think you're like the opposite of like the rest of the world. Everybody's getting excited right now. You've been excited up to this point, and now you're like, oh, whatever.
I'm like, just chilling.
Have a chat, chill out.
It's a final stretch. Just chilling. Yeah.
It's working out the next rumors.
AJ, I don't know if that's a question or a statement. Both iPad Pros.
Do you have insider info? Can you leak the whole event?
Oh,
yeah. That's what I.
Well, I think that's likely. I think that's likely. I think we see we could see a staggered release. So we see the larger version launch a little later, but they'll be announced together. I think.
Did John Prosser at the last event in October? Did he leak the event like an hour before or something?
No, he leaked it during the event. So they're getting. So I think they were talking about the iPhone 12, and then John just tweeted the whole event.
Right.
Yeah, I don't. He probably has it right now. I don't know.
Yeah.
So there's another one.
I
promise I'm not looking for them. Maybe just a little bit. I sometimes do SaranByte impressions when recording audio. I wish he could do it right now. I wish this was audio.
Actually, yeah, Mike, I would be interested in seeing listening to one of those.
You should send one.
We're gonna hit you.
You should send one.
Yeah, send us a voice recording on WhatsApp, and we'll
Here's a
let you
nice
hear.
one to counteract
Thank you,
that.
Tom. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate that. I'm glad to hear that.
And just, I have to agree there, right? I mean, we all did a few videos, but Saran is just like next level every day. Almost every day there's a video. They're always relevant. I don't really know where you find the time or how you do it so quickly, but hats off to you, man. That's really amazing.
Thank you.
Really, really good.
Thank you.
And it's not just doing a video every day. It's the quality and the kind of the structure of it and the pace. It's just it's really good quality, man.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
And the energy,
The
voice and the energy.
Okay, hello, Cheyenne.
Oh,
good to see you, guy.
Yeah. Hey, Cheyenne.
He's are you in Canada? You're in Canada, right?
He is, yeah.
I believe so.
He has to be excited as well. He's an Apple guy. Partly.
Yeah, I think he got the iPad Air last year. So.
Oh, another question, by the way, guys. If we do see new colors with the iPad Pro and they mirror the iPhone 12 Pro finishes, are you going to go for the gold or Pacific blue, or are you just going to go for the traditional colors?
You go, Patrick.
That's a good question. I would like to also ask the guys watching the stream, what are you guys? What would you do about colors? I mean, personally, I'm an old school guy. I'm old and I'm also old school. I like the space gray, and I'm not a big colorful person.
Yeah, fair enough.
What about you guys?
I think gold. I might go for the gold. I think it depends on how it. If it's like the iPhone 12 Pro, or I don't think it will be, but if it's like sort of similar to that shade, I would go for it.
With that side, I don't know. I think for the iPad Pro, maybe it's because I'm desperately in need of one. I probably wouldn't care about.
Yeah, fair enough.
Much,
yeah.
If there's a, because let's face it, right? It will live in a case most of the time.
Yeah.
With a keyboard cover of some sort. So yeah.
I see here Pacific blue is a very popular color.
Yeah, Pacific blue is very, very popular. I'm happy to see that too.
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't really like the blue color on the iPad.
Adam said, "Is this a turtleneck?" No, it's just a jumper. That it's
Saran Jobs.
Yeah, Steve Jobs. His zone of attack.
Yeah.
Sweater, jumper. What is it?
It's a jumper. Yeah, it's just a jumper with like a wait. There you go. Just a collar, sort of. Yeah.
It's very Apple.
Cheyenne is excited for the iMacs.
I am very excited to see those two. Yeah.
I think you weren't here yet, but we just talked about those, and Saran is actually quite.
I'm hyped. Yes.
Hyped about the iMac. So, guys, what else are you guys looking forward to? I mean, there's the iPads, there's the iMacs. Are we going to see anything else?
A wild card would be the budget iPad. I think that would be insane value. From what we've heard, it's going to be essentially the 10.5-inch iPad Pro. So laminated display at last, finally laminated, and also 64 gigs of storage as standard, 4 gigabytes of RAM, A13 chip, and $300. Like, that's insane value in my opinion. So I think that could be a huge success. So hopefully we see that. Yeah.
What about the Mini?
The Mini sounds a little disappointing because it apparently won't get the redesign, and it's just going to be a new chip, and that's it. So I don't know. I'm not really looking forward to that.
And how do you guys feel about Touch ID right now on the power button? Yeah, that's what I've seen as well.
I mean,
I've seen a few iPad Pro case manufacturers showcasing Touch ID on the power button. I wonder if they're gonna give us both. Because they're giving us both on the iPhones allegedly this year, so maybe they could do the same on the iPad.
They have to. I mean, it's so annoying to wear a face mask and not being able to open it several times a day. So, and AirPods, are we excited about those at all?
Yes, yes.
I know
yes,
you are.
I am so hyped for those. Yes, I love AirPods. AirPods 3, just everything we love about AirPods Pro, but without the ear tips, I hate. So, it's just the perfect AirPods for me. Yeah.
So what else is new about those?
And nothing really that new, to be honest. It's just AirPods 2 and AirPods Pro having a baby. That's literally it. It's just yeah.
I hope the shape is a bit better. I mean, I don't know. I never really get on with those. Even the original, with the cable
Fair
ones,
enough, yeah.
they just never stay in my ear. It's just annoying. But yeah, if they come with some sort of ear tips or some sort of rubberized,
We were hearing about actually
Yeah.
like a hybrid design, so you could either choose to wear ear tips or not. I think that would be like the best of both worlds, really.
Yeah. And here we get a comment. We should be unboxing the iPad Pros. I don't know about
Hopefully.
you guys, but that's definitely what I'm planning to do.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
Credit
Full
card
blown.
at the ready.
We're gonna go full blown nerd. Unbox that and do the oohs and ahs when we peel off.
Hopefully, we can order today. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be
I'm
nice.
excited.
Wow, that would be nice. We'll see.
And also, I
Usually
just
Friday,
saw a
isn't it?
comment that sorry, Alex, I didn't mean to cut you off there. I saw a comment about the placement of the camera. We haven't talked about this, but for me, that's a huge pet peeve.
I want this so bad. I need this. This is like it bugs me right now when I'm like on a video call. The camera is there. Like it just really annoys me. So I hope we see that.
Sense.
Yeah, it makes us. Yeah, I don't understand why they haven't changed it, but we'll see.
It makes no sense at all. I mean, when was this useful? I mean, even not considering video calls, but it's like
to be honest, yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
FaceTiming with an iPhone, maybe that could be the one use case that I can think of.
It's probably what they thought, that you were FaceTiming and you'd be kind of vertically standing the thing, but it's like no, that's not what people do.
No.
You want to see as wide as possible.
Prepare your credit limits and wallets. I mean, it's really, but this is something that I just wanted to touch upon really quickly. I mean, we are in fact all planning to buy at least one of the products. And of course, it makes sense and don't do a video about it and do the reviews and everything. But, all the people watching are also waiting to buy things. And I mean, I don't think I've ever seen brilliant marketing like this, where we're basically just begging to give this company money for products.
Yeah. It's just that what we're going to watch is a 2-hour advert on why you should buy everything we're announcing. And, Apple just has a way with these things.
Yeah.
But it's crazy, right? I mean, we're really just waiting to hit purchase already. We haven't even seen it. It's nuts.
Do last, right? That there are products that I mean, this 2015 iPad that's here, completely. I could still use it for another 1 year, maybe 2 years. You're not throwing your money away to kind of refresh next year. It's an investment that you probably see.
You don't need an iPad, do you? You want.
You don't need an iPad Pro, especially like an iPad Pro is really.
It's just I want the new shiny thing. That's the problem, and everybody does.
Yeah.
I mean,
Saran's the GOAT. Kingmaker is saying Saran is the GOAT, and I have to say I agree.
Thank you.
I already said that. We already praised Saran, and we'll do a bit more of that later on as well. Somebody's saying here maybe slight increase for 11-inch. I don't know what does that mean? Like a slightly
price increase, maybe? Wait, I think they're talking about price increase. Yeah, they were talking about prices. I think my guess is that the Wi-Fi version stays the same, but the 5G model goes up in price slightly on both sizes. And then the 12.9-inch, possibly Wi-Fi version goes up because of mini LED. That's my prediction. Yeah.
You heard it first, guys. Yeah. I mean, it'll probably go to 1100, isn't it? The top one.
What does this mean?
Well, I'm confused. What?
Who invited the Microsoft tech support to the Zoom meeting? What's going on here?
I'm
Explain, inglorious bastard.
A great username.
The chip shortage, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we've already heard about the 12.9-inch iPad Pro being in limited supply. So if any of you guys are planning to buy, like the audience as well, if you're planning to buy the bigger iPad Pro, get your money ready. Like order it ASAP. That's really the main advice.
Do you think we'll see order available today, Saran, or is that Friday? Because usually it's Friday, isn't it?
Yeah, but the thing is, for the M1 machines, they were available to order on the day, right after the event. And since we're not seeing a redesign, it's likely we could see the same this time. I don't know. If maybe the 12.9-inch will be pushed back because of the mini LED issues, but the 11-inch could be available now. That's my prediction.
Yeah. There's also some rumors about the Wi-Fi versions being available first, and then the 5G.
Yes, that's possible. I think. Yeah, yeah. I think that's likely.
So when we have those new iPads, what are we going to do with them? I mean, is it just one of those things where you just, you're looking forward for months and you're just theorizing about what it might do extra, and then you get it and you open it and it's like, this is kind
That's
of
it.
the same thing.
That's exactly how I felt about the iPhone 12 because like within the first hour, I was like, this is the same exact iPhone I've been using for the last 3 years. That was literally the reaction I had, and it's going to be the same with this iPad probably. I don't know.
Yeah, for me that was kind of different because I after the iPhone 5 I switched to Samsung phones.
Oh, fairs, yeah.
Hey
So
guys,
for me the 12 was my first, no, it's not true. The 11, I very briefly had an 11 Pro Max. So
Okay.
the 12 was really new to me. It felt new anyway.
I
And
think we
I
just
ended
got
up
the answer,
mini.
by the way, of the question about when can we buy it. The
Ah.
Apple Store is down right now,
Yeah. The Apple Store's down. Yep.
so that's probably.
But
the
it's
answer.
likely that AirTags. I think if anything, AirTags will probably be ready to buy today because the AirTags. But everything else. I mean, what? Yeah, maybe if we see iPad Mini, that could also release today. So yeah, we'll see.
Please be the iPad Pro.
Yeah, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Which products are you guys gonna review?
I think the iPad Pro. would be
Just
my
the iPad Pro. I can't. I could afford. I could afford probably AirPods 3, but that's about it. I'm not. Yeah, that's about it. Just end it there.
Yeah, same for me. I'm actually that's the one thing I really want.
I really want to get the iMac, but after using them, I got the MacBook Air quite recently, and I've just been loving it. And so there's no point of me having a desktop with the same chip. So yeah, I'll try and like see one in person in the store, but I won't get one to review. Yeah.
Well, according to Alex, it belongs on reception desks. So
yeah,
and your grandparents' rooms.
Yeah.
I think AirPods 3 are coming in May. Why May? Tell us.
I had a theory on this yesterday, but usually between spring events and Dub we have a few press releases, and AirPods have traditionally been released via press release, so it makes sense that we could see maybe an Apple TV and AirPods 3 via press release next month.
Hey, Mike.
Look who's in the building. I just saw Tech MNO say Tech Hamoon is in the building.
Mike. Hello. Yeah.
Mike.
Yes.
Mike is the
Mike,
one. By the
let
way,
us know.
Mike,
what
Mike is the goat. Yeah.
What are you looking forward to, Mike? Let us know.
Yeah, that's true. Probably the Mac. I think the iMac. He's a Mac guy, so I think the iMac.
So shout out to Mike for recommending this keyboard as well. So, it's from his video that I've actually got it.
I hope you use this affiliate link.
Definitely, yeah. Well, actually, it doesn't do for this keyboard because it doesn't sell.
Good question.
Doesn't sell.
That's a good.
Yeah, you want to go for that, Saran?
Thing is, every year the dates keep shifting. Like last year they said 2022, then they said 2025, and now they're saying 2027. Like it just keeps going back and back. So at this point, I think maybe in the latter half of this decade, so 2027 sounds about right, because making a car is like something completely different. So like like an iPad or iPhone. So I feel like 2027 we'll see like a tease. And then maybe 2030 is when they actually are available to buy, possibly. Yeah.
We haven't touched on Apple Glass yet, no?
Apple Glass, yeah. Well, Mark Gurman believes we could see the VR headset. He said in the next few months, so we could see that soon. And then obviously Apple Glass, the AR glasses, they should be releasing, I think, 2022. I think I'm not too sure. Yeah, 2022. Yeah.
That one, I really get excited about that one because
yeah, that's going to be
not going to repeat what Google did, right, and use it for like all the privacy issues. But yeah, that
especially if it's $500. Like John Prosser said, it was going to be $500. That would be pretty insane, especially if it has the tech that we
and it will look cool, right?
Yeah.
Won't do something that looks geeky and odd. It will look like a fashion accessory. So
yeah, that's true.
Mike is also looking forward to the iMac. I'm so surprised about how many people are excited about the iMac.
Mike is in his 20s as well. He should, this is.
I think
he's a youngin.
Yeah. I think for a lot of Apple fans, from what I've heard, anyways, like the original iMac G3 was the first first Apple product they really had. So I guess for a lot of people, the iMac, it has like a special bond, and it gained like a redesign after like 8 years. I think is like a huge thing for them. That's what I've seen, anyways.
Things changed though since then, didn't they? Because I remember my friend's mother owned that computer because that's my mom's computer because it's easy, you know. And now the iMac has such a different, you know.
Yeah, it's transitioned to something else. Yeah, that's true.
There is no Apple glasses, Aaron says. Would you care to elaborate?
Yeah, could you explain?
Explain. Why is that? There's another iMac. It's really surprising to me.
The iMac hype is real.
It is.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I genuinely can't wait.
It's a gorgeous machine. I don't disagree with the fact that it looks beautiful and it's there's that minimalistic design. But I don't know. I think practically, you know, for what we do, I think it's it's a bit small.
I
would have to see the big one. What was it going to be? 32 inches or?
Yeah.
Don't be that guy, Alex.
No, I know.
I see you laughing.
That's what she said.
Just had to get that in there. Oh my god. Thank you so much, Mike. There's a very generous donation. That's very nice of you.
Where's the sound pads, man? For the
yeah, you need to. Yeah,
Oh, I don't know.
No, that's the wrong one, isn't
it? That's
wrong. Okay. So, Adam, if we get a redesign, it'll be very exciting. We've been waiting so long. We've been hearing it forever. But M1 Mac with the same design makes too much sense to me.
You know what? Adam is onto something, because we know Apple loves recycling the same design again and again and again. Like, they love saving as much money as possible. So I could definitely just see them recycling the same design and then putting M1 in it. It's possible. Yeah.
Juliana is asking if there will be pre-orders on Amazon. I don't think normally
Amazon usually does it a few days after it's available to buy from Apple. So yeah, you'll have to wait.
Yeah. And last time, I think with the iPhone,
and also I don't think it'll be, like, they say it's a lot cheap on Amazon, but that's not going to be the case for a while. You only see sales in Apple products like a few months after release. Yeah. So I think you're better off buying from Apple.
Yeah. And that's true, definitely. The thing with the iPhones was, at least here, I'm based in Belgium, and here in Belgium it was a nightmare. The site would go down constantly. I ordered, I think, 9
but
times.
iPhone hype is like on another level. I mean, iPads, they're popular, but they aren't as popular as iPhones, so we should be fine.
Yeah. But use the app anyway, because the app usually
is great. Yeah,
works better than the browser for buying.
Apple Guru, you do not need to donate. You donate a lot of your time watching our videos, and that is very much appreciated. This is not a money-making exercise. Obviously, we appreciate the gesture, but do not worry. You being here is very much appreciated.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's the best way to support creators is
James wants substance. No
I mean, I'm still hoping for that. Like the colors. The fact in the logo we can see it like hints to the iMac, it just makes sense. I'm hoping we see the redesign.
And a bigger screen, right? I mean, 27 inches is not that big anymore.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Alex.
As well.
Nothing?
I'm surprised.
I don't want us to get demonetized before we even start.
Very good point.
I was just going to ask the audience here, really, Apple, or the rumors have been saying that we've got a surprise product in this announcement. What do we think that's going to be? What's the
good one? Yeah.
What's the wild card?
Yeah, fair. Yeah, that's a good question.
So what do you guys think? What's it going to be? This is an RGB Apple logo.
RGB Apple. That would be pretty nice, especially like if they had the, like, how the on the MacBooks, the older MacBooks, the Apple logo used to light up. If they did like an RGB logo, that'd be pretty cool.
What's up, Jason? I don't think you've missed a single stream so far. It's very much appreciated once again.
Yeah.
Also, this one, really appreciated. I know there's a lot of people streaming, so anybody who's in this room right now is
thank you
so much.
Yeah, thank you guys.
We are competing against the big boys.
We've got Saran here, right? That doesn't get.
This is true. Saran is a views magnet.
Absolutely. Let's just dive in.
Anita, yes, we are trying to do that, of course. Yeah, definitely the iPad.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
On the Apple Store, the
Oh,
logo is actually RGB.
someone called out an iPhone SE Plus as the surprise. That's interesting.
That would be really nice if we could get like an iPhone 10R style SE at $400. That would be really, really nice. Yeah.
Be early for iPhones though, right? In terms of announcements.
Yeah, seems a bit weird, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike, this is where the party is. We need to keep it going. Can we expect a bigger iPad? No, I don't think so.
Oh, iPad Pro Max. That's another dream of mine. Like a 15-inch iPad. I wouldn't mind that actually.
But
like
you just said you don't want to be.
Yeah, I
lugging
don't know. I go big or go home. That's my.
okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
So the 12.9 inch is like in
It's
between
too,
for you.
Yeah, it's the 12.9 inch is too much like a MacBook. Whereas the 15-inch, 16-inch, I mean, there is a 16-inch MacBook Pro as well, but I don't know. It would be nice. It'd be nice to see that.
It's much trying to take a photo of that on the street, right? It's like
true.
Do you guys take photos with your iPad?
I don't take. I don't.
I don't think I've ever done it. I was joking about this in one of my videos, and then somebody told me I use it all the time for lectures. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah,
if you don't want to pull out your phone all the time. But then again, anything else, I couldn't imagine a scenario where I would whip out my iPad really quick.
People carry their phones, right? It's
That's
the camera.
Yeah, Brick is saying
that's true. That's true. That's true. I mean, the iPad isn't technically I don't know. It's just not. It's not. I wouldn't say it's a tablet anymore. To be honest, it's like a computer. Well, Apple says your next computer is not a computer, but I don't know. It doesn't really have a category anymore. To be honest.
Yeah, but I'm really obsessed with that phrase, because I really think that we're moving in that direction. That because things are amalgamating. Mac OS is looking a little similar to iPad OS.
Yeah, Mac OS. Yeah, definitely, 100%. Yeah.
Not now, but in a couple of years, maybe. I think we're seeing some mergers there.
Yeah, that was the big man's vision, right? Steve Jobs. That's what he wanted to do when he announced the first iPad. He said that is the direction of travel. But
I can see
they make so much money on the other product lines. It's quite hard for them to say let's get rid of the laptop.
I feel like Apple's having because obviously Apple's thinking is that you don't buy one product, you buy many and build an ecosystem, and so they need people to buy an iPad and a Mac, and so I feel like they're in a really awkward situation where they're like, we can't make the iPad too good that replaces the Mac, but at the same time we can't cripple it completely. Like it's a really hard thing to balance, really.
Yeah, I don't know, because there's this thing about market share, right? I mean, if the iPad would be the one device that you can use for basically everything, then I think a lot of people that aren't using Macs right now might just jump to Apple to have that all in one machine. So I think that maybe they're willing to give up some short-term profit to get some market share over other companies.
I mean, Mike had some good views on this. I was chatting to him on Clubhouse recently, and he brought up a good point around pros, and actually, if you are taking kind of different gears, different cameras, lots of cards coming in, and the iPad Pro, even with the new features, won't do. So a laptop can be needed in those scenarios, and I totally agree. But I think for the majority of people, the iPad Pro is going to be a computer, right? You can
but the thing is, this is the thing about the iPad Pro. The iPad Air exists, and the iPad Air offers 90% of, and even the budget iPad. Like the budget iPad is insane value. So, like I feel like the iPad Pro is in this awkward situation where it's striving to be like a computer replacement, but it's always falling short. And so, hopefully, this year is where we see pro apps and like Mac OS like features, and hopefully.
It almost has to be the case, right? Because we saw
it has
this Air, and the Air is, like you said, it's almost as good as the iPad Pro. So they must do something to make the Pro more pro.
Yeah.
What's the refresh rate that we expect? 120, 144?
Oh, yeah, 120 is staying. Yeah, I don't think they're going to get rid of that, and I don't think they're going to go higher than that. Probably not. No.
That's another kind of.
Hey Tom, how are you? I see here he's saying that maybe they need to do a Samsung Dex-like thing, and I agree, and I think that, but this is what Apple does, right? They wait. They don't innovate that much anymore. They just wait and see what others are doing, and then
Make it
right,
better.
they come in and they make it better. Exactly. So I'm thinking that that's what we're gonna see soon, something like that.
Yeah.
Jason's asking, what are you all buying today and pre-ordering?
We're all buying. I think we're all buying iPads, iPad Pros. Yeah,
Saran's buying AirTags.
And I'm good. I'm gonna buy AirPods 3 though if they come out. Yeah.
Yeah. I've waited. To be fair, I waited 6 years for it, so I can.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Max is saying something that has completely slipped my mind, and that we've been talking about. The function keys.
Yeah.
A lot of people were annoyed not having them, but then if you look at the design, they can't be there, or your fingers would be knocking the screen. But with this new, with the patent that we saw with the higher raised iPad, it could
be the
the
angle. Yeah, it's possible. Yeah.
There's a bit
I think as iPadOS becomes more macOS like, you do need function. I always use my function row on my Mac, so I would we need that on the Magic Keyboard in my opinion.
Yeah, agreed.
Especially if you're going to bring Xcode as a pro app, right?
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Maybe even make iPadOS run a modified version of Big Sur instead of a modified iOS. Yeah, that's kind of what we talked about earlier. That we see, that things are amalgamating a little bit.
If I'm able to run the Adobe package on an iPad, I'm almost, getting rid of my laptop, because it kind of does what I need it to do.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Mano, reading your comment, we're not skipping it. There it is. Will AirTags come with a charger, or do we have to buy wireless charger?
So the rumors that either it could be powered by those this small ring battery, like the ones like older watches. I think I forgot what batteries. I don't know. Yeah, either that or maybe it could charge on the back of your iPhone, but we don't have. Well, allegedly they were gonna activate reverse wireless charging on every iPhone, and then you could charge your AirTags. But that sounds a little unlikely in my opinion. I don't know. Because technically, the iPhone 12 does have hardware for reverse wireless charging. That's already been proved. They just disabled it in software for some reason. So
no
maybe
batteries?
No. Well, that's the thing. We don't know. I don't know how this. We'll have to see at the event. We'll find out in literally 10 minutes. So
yeah. This Tile doesn't. He has a battery, but when he runs out, he runs out. You got to.
Yeah.
But they do send you one every year.
Yeah.
If you have the the subscription thingy.
Yeah.
Do you think? Yeah, that's a good one. Do you think AirTags will be NFC-ish? Yeah, I don't know.
Possibly, yeah.
And then here, Axel is saying, do you think iPads will be available in store?
Depends on your country. That's what, because COVID is obviously still an issue. Like here in the UK, we just got out of lockdown and stores are opening back up, so we obviously can get the iPads, but it might, you'll have to check your online store.
Plus, there was a big boat stuck with lots of iPads in it, probably.
Yeah, that's true.
Heidi's asking if we're going to see new Apple Watch with flat sides. Like, I guess she means the design is more similar to the iPads.
That's what we're hearing. I'm looking forward to that, because I feel like the Apple Watch hasn't really had a major redesign since the original. I mean, there was a Series 4, which is slightly more rounded, but it was essentially the same design. So I'm looking forward to that, yeah.
Should make it round, like Samsung.
Yeah, that's true.
They look really nice.
I think some people are just joining us now and asking us things that we discussed at the beginning. I think we all agreed that we would hate a glossy Apple Pencil free, not made for sweaty palms, and I don't think any artist would like holding that for too long.
Nah. But we'll find out in 10 minutes. The hype is getting real.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Good morning, Cupertino. Oh, is it? Yeah.
Thank you. It's great to see you all together. It's great to be together, and also to have you guys here to nerd out with, like we said in the
good. Yeah.
Invitation. It's never been a better time to be a nerd. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Where are you? Apple Guru Girl is asking. Where are you guys based?
UK,
yeah. Belgium.
UK and Belgium. Yeah. I don't know about the stores over here.
Yeah.
Do you think things will be available right away, like this Friday, or announced but put off until later, like the last iPad Air?
The iPad Air was pushed back because it had the A14 chip, and they were waiting because they didn't want reviewers to start testing the A14 before the iPhones. But obviously since the A14 is already out, the A14X shouldn't really have an issue like that. So I'm thinking it should be available to buy this week, I think. Hopefully.
See, this is why it's good to have Saran here. He knows things.
Yeah.
It's like an Apple encyclopedia.
It's like, who needs Google when you got Saran in the room?
Would you like slimmer bezels? Yes, I would.
Yeah, I would love to see that.
But not too slim.
100%.
You have to be able to hold.
Yeah, you gotta have them to grip onto. But yeah, I mean, it would be nice, especially with the iPad Air looking so similar to the iPad Pro. It would be nice to have slightly slimmer bezels on the Pro, just to differentiate it.
Camera move to the horizontal aspect ratio. Then don't care about the camera at the back.
Tom's telling us we have a. Sorry. Yeah, you're right. That would be good. Tom's telling us we have a bit of time for the event because the first 10 minutes are for the accountants.
Yeah. Actually, no. To be honest, the online events are quite well paced. Like, there's not much lag except the 5G talk in the iPhone 12 event. But yeah.
What if they just announce AirTags?
Oh no! If they announce Podcasts Plus and just leave, like,
eyebrows.
Here's a new service, subscribe to it, and then leave.
Yes.
Yeah.
Eyebrow
I think some people may set fire to certain things.
Yes.
Do you really think that the iPad needs any more power for your use case? Well, yeah, I do, because not more power maybe, but more efficient.
For me, just more RAM so we can get Pro apps. That's the main. The chips have always been powerful, but the RAM is clearly an issue. Like 4 gigs of RAM is just not going to work. 6 right now, but that's just not going to work with Pro apps. So I'm hoping to see 8, possibly 16. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, same for me. That would be great to have those Pro apps.
And the connectivity as well. I think is the other reason that I'm looking forward to, is to be able to connect to multiple displays and fast data transfers, all of that.
So this is interesting. All About Whatever is saying, I really want 5G.
Interesting.
Can you tell us why?
Yeah, we were just I'm curious to know why. Yeah,
you were just saying that out his window and see the antenna.
Yeah.
In that case, it's great.
Yeah. Will iPad Pro launch in jazzy colors? Most likely.
Not like it would probably be the Pro colors, the 12 Pro colors. The other colors are in Apple's world, like the fun colors are for the budget products, and the professional colors are for the Pro products. So we won't see anything like sky blue and orange and stuff like that on the Pro.
Probably Pacific blue and gold, maybe.
Pacific blue and gold, yeah.
I spoke to a developer today, and they said that it would not be possible to get a direct copy of what we currently have on Mac OS onto the iPads. Yeah. No, but I don't think that's what they're after. Not on the short term anyway. I think that, this amalgamation thing is what's happening right now to bring it closer to each other, make it like it's almost like they're testing if we're ready for there to be just one operating system.
Yeah. If you can get, he's saying as a follow up, we might see Pro apps,
Pro apps. To be honest, I'll be fine with that. Like, just give us something. Like, even as a Final Cut Lite, it's fine. I'll take it.
I mean, LumaFusion is pretty.
Capable, like I've always said, Apple should just buy LumaFusion and use that as a foundation for Final Cut for the iPad. Like, that would be amazing. So yeah.
I was just gonna say that's what you keep saying, because I think LumaFusion is our IP when we do get that.
That's what.
5 minutes left.
5 minutes left. Oh.
So maybe do we need to give people time to set up for the event, or do we keep chatting for another 5? What do you guys say?
Let's keep chatting.
I mean, I need to set up for the event. It's an experience. I need to get my popcorn ready.
So are you being serious? Is it really popcorn? Or is it a notepad?
Are
we going to
both, maybe?
He's recording the next video as well, right?
So
Yeah.
so Patty's saying keep chatting, but you guys need to know something. This is my girlfriend, and she just doesn't want to have me in the living room. So this is not a valid reason.
Patty's like, yeah, make it to midnight. After party as well.
Yeah, people are setting up. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the event with some of my friends, like some friends on Discord. So yeah,
You have other friends?
Yeah, I know. Oh my
This
god.
is not okay. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Guys, let's wrap it up then. And again, everybody, thank you so much for joining. It's been really good. I've seen there's like 68 people in the room right now, which is unreal for us. We're just starting out with this streaming business, and it's been great fun. I hope it was fun for you guys as well.
Yeah.
And we'll be doing more of these, so please do keep an eye on our channels and join us again if you want to. Be very nice to have you back.
Yeah. See you
All
around.
right.
See you guys.
See you, peeps.
All right.
See you, peeps.